Yo, greetings, blow some smoke in the air. Hello, this is Smoke Signals of the Leaf Podcast, and I'm your host, Anthony Turner. What's going on? How is everybody going today? Hope everybody's well. So, today I got something special, something that I've tried this line of cigars before. I haven't exactly tried this one before. So this is going to be a treat. I'm looking forward to trying this out. We got a Howard G. Black Moses Limited. What y'all think about that? See that? See if I can. Yeah, I can't wait. I already clipped it, you guys. You see, I can't wait. I really kind of got into it already. Yeah, so what we said, we got Howard G. Limited. Let me give you the particulars on this bad boy here. Howard G. Gentleman out of Florida. I think Orlando, Florida, if I'm not saying wrong. Like I said, I tried a couple of his stuff before. Some other Black Moses, um, Magic Stick, tried that. So I really enjoyed it. And then I saw this when I was at the lounge the other day, and I thought it'd be good to have on the show. So we got Perfecto. That's the Vitola Perfecto, 6 by 58. Wrapper, Habana, binder, Habana, filler, Nicaragua. So the strength is medium full. Flavor profile, which has got me kind of like ready. It's cedar, honey, nuts, creamy, and spices. And let me tell you something. I taste that honey already. I can't wait to really hop into this thing. So yeah, once again, I'm pairing it with a non-alcoholic drink, and it's going to be a root beer. Got me an actually a root beer to go with it. So that's what I'm going to be on. So let's go ahead and get this thing lit up and discuss, what we're going to be talking about. Let's see here. And also something, my lighter's been outside in the garage. Sometimes, when it's cold, it may take a little bit, so it's good to warm up your heater or your lighter before you get started. Yeah, so far so good, but you gotta wait, let it get going a little bit. So anyway, yeah, Howard G, Black Moses, Limited, Fecto, Habana. Okay. So anyway, like I said, saw this at the lounge, and I thought that it'd be good to try it with you guys. Um, really excited about it. Keep looking at. You can kind of tell when I'm really excited about a cigar. I keep staring at it. Think it's about to do something, something magical. But I guess it is going to do something magical, right? So I'm sitting back and relaxing, enjoying the day. It's funny. I was driving down the street, coming back from jiu-jitsu practice, and I was, I'm a huge comic book kid, right? So I'm a huge comic book kid. I love sci-fi. Star Wars is like my life. I wish I could be a Jedi. I wish I could be a Jedi. I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't care how you feel about me. I wish I could be a Jedi. But, I also love Star Trek. Like I said, I really love comic books. And I was driving down the street, I was thinking, my wife had asked me what was my favorite comic book character. I was writing off a couple, and she was like, who do you like more? Black Panther or Batman? And I was like, that's a good damn question. Good damn question. And you know what? I had to tell her, I was like, you know what? It took me half the drive home to kind of figure it out, but I said, I have to go with Black Panther. And I'll break it down why. Black Panther is an amazing character. I love the mythology of Black Panther. Been going for all these thousands of years now. I'm looking at it to try to say it's about for a million years or whatever, but from the first Black Panthers, Mosi, then you had Shanga, all the way down to Missouri, T'Challa. Yeah, I'm naming some names. Y'all like, well, he really in it. Yes, I mean, like, I love that whole mythos and stuff like that. So, it's pretty tight. How they train. They're some of the best fighters in the world at any given time. Some of the smartest characters in the world at any given time. They're basically like royal warrior priest kings. That's because have had all these titles throughout the years. And I love that they are, they're ready to spend anything. They're very prepared. Hence, like a Batman, very prepared. There's not too many villains that they're not prepared for, that they haven't game plan. Hence why Wakanda has never been defeated or infiltrated. One of my favorite stories for Black Panther is the one where the squirrels came looking to take down Wakanda, and they had that super scroll that is trained, in every martial arts trained to be any one of the great heroes and train specifically for Black Panther, and Black Panther just dismantled it, dismantled it, and then they went on the ship, and him and Storm infiltrated the ship and, basically kind of destroyed the people, sent them on their way. And then they left a message, this is basically nutshell, like, this is what happens when you're trying to invade Wakanda. It's just show all the like alien heads and bodies piled up. Wakanda and the Black Panther are amazing. The Black Panther. So when they did the movie, oh, I couldn't wait. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to go watch Civil War when he's gonna make his debut. And then when the movie came out, I saw Black Panther like 5 times. Like 5 times. 5 times, no BS, 5 times. I couldn't I wouldn't seen it with the one I was dating at the time. I wouldn't came back, seen it with her daughter, I seen it again, seen it by myself twice. Like I had to support it. And I loved it. I love how they portrayed this. Like I said, I love the character. I love how intelligent he is. I love how skilled he is. I love how he's open, and like I said, not open, but he's in touch with all his senses. It seems like he understands what's going on, how it's going on. He's not married to one thing. But if this is gonna get me the victory, then that's what it is, and I love that. He can adapt very, very well. And like I say, he's a king, and his skills are second to none. I personally believe there's no one that can beat him in a full out fight, and I mean full out, not just hand to hand. There's a couple of people that might, give him a rough time. But in the full out fight, using everything at my disposal, I never really see too many people beating him. I just don't see it. But yeah, like I say, he's one of the most skilled characters in all the comic books. Forget Marvel, all comic books. One of the most intelligent people in all of comic books, and probably the richest human being. I'll say that in all of comic books, probably. Definitely not. So yeah, I really love Black Panther. I think he's yeah. I think he's the greatest to ever do it. I love T'Challa. I do wonder sometimes about comic book characters. Like I love T'Challa. I don't want him to go anywhere in comic books, which I'm not strictly comic books, right? But we we'll never see what a new Black Panther's like. And I kind of want it's like yeah, it's rough for me. I don't want to lose T'Challa. I don't want him to die. I think T'Challa's the greatest. I want to keep him around for a long time. But you know, I kind of want to know what it's like for another Black Panther. Maybe we need to do more stories about past Black Panthers. That part would be pretty cool. Um, yeah, I think I would really love that. I'd love to see stories of past Black Panthers. Like I see all the history stuff on certain ones, but I would really love to see about other Black Panthers. Like hey, that one Jabari Black Panther that they had. I would like to see that. I know I'm getting being a little nerd right now, but hey, it's my show. I'm being a nerd. Like so, we're gonna have a conversation for newbies, and I want people to be comfortable with themselves. There's some people who like to smoke cigars and read comic books. I'm one of them. A good comic book and a cigar, man. Come on, leave me alone. That's relaxation. That's relaxation. I'm trying to tell you. And other people might be like it, and they can make comments too. And I would love to talk with those guys. Maybe we can get on, do a nice a little show together where we're going back about comic books. That'd be pretty good. Smoking cigars. Um, but yeah, but Black Panther is amazing. I was hurt in the comic books when Chadwick Boseman passed away. He was a great, great person that I could see from far. I didn't know in person, but from what I've seen and what I've heard from people, we lost the king, and it kind of felt like the king had died when he passed away. I was really messed up. I've loved him in all his movies, and I really loved him in Black Panther. I love what he brought to the table. But I also was I haven't seen the second Black Panther. I can't watch it. And it's not necessarily because I can't watch them very keen. It's more of I guess, a final protest. I thought they should have, that's what a new Black Panther to continue the story. I do. I thought it should continue the story because I have heard early on what that story is going to be about. I know the story just kind of came out about what it's going to be about, but I knew that story about a year or two ago or something like that. I heard that was going to be a story, and I thought that would be amazing. I thought that it was something that was needed in this day and age. That story to be told, and I trusted Ryan Coogler and Chadwick to do it. to do the story, but I still trusted Ryan Coogler to bring it home. And I trusted that they would have got the right person to play Black Panther. I don't think that they would have. I don't think the other castmates would have let him fail. So yeah, but yeah, I still haven't seen Zack Box. From what I heard, I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I can't watch it. Okay, so yeah, that's my little piece on that. Feel like I thought it was going out a little bit, but it's still there. It's still there. It's full of me. No, yeah, I like that. Whatever that was. So anyway, as I said, that's my guy, Black Panther. I'm in this right now. It's tasting pretty good. Tastes a little sweetness. I taste a little bit of nuts. I'm not tasting the honey when I was on that dry hill that I was doing. Let's took that root beer. Let's try it now. Taste that honey now. Taste that honey. I like this. Oh, gee, I like this, bro. I like this. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna smoke on this a little bit more. I'm gonna think about stuff. I'm gonna come back and tell you why I like. Batman, and some things that I have against Batman. Yeah, I'll tell you about why who I like most. All right? Be right back with you. Yo, okay. Back after sitting here, smoking a little bit, relaxing, trying to, nail down the cigar. Kind of unique to me a little bit. I'm trying to figure out like all the different I guess notes. Can I taste them? The spice is talking to me in their refrigerator. I'll tell you that. Jeez. Um, that's like I say, if you're someone who just feels type of way about pepper and all that in your nose and stuff like that. Whenever you see pepper and spice, be careful. I see spice, I was like, good, I ain't saying pepper. And like I said, it set my nose on fire. So, I don't necessarily shy away from them, but I do go in with caution, So, and I don't know if that's just me, doing wrong. Like I drink more when I retrohale and the spices, like it helps kind of like calm it down a little bit. I don't know, this is me. I was watching something about temperature and how that can and the humidity, how that can affect your cigar, especially humidity. At certain levels, they separate the taste, and some will combine them, and kind of just depend on what you like. I'm still trying to figure out what I like. I'm still trying to figure out what I like, and I don't think it's that right. Except the movie, so I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, so So back to my guy. Okay, well, Batman. Love Batman. What I love Batman, well, I love Batman because he's self-made. He went through and taught him all his skills, whether it's fighting, detective work, or the mental aspects, all that he taught himself. He went, and what I mean by taught himself is he went and sought out the teachers and stuff like that to teach him, to help him to be the best man he could be. So I love that, and he's out there day in and day out, fighting the bad guys. Uh, also living a playboy life, as a cover. But I mean, I don't know, man. He out there playing, having a good time, taking home beautiful women. You got to mess with every now and again, so you keep it honest. Because if they die, they're going, it's going to be rumors. Like he's not even dating no one, messing with anyone like that. So I don't see how he can be a playboy by, I can't say day, by night, and then be Batman by night, but he does it. Great stamina. But yeah, like I say, he does all that. He fights all these different types of bad guys. That's great to me. I understand it a little bit. Anybody who's in martial arts or fighting or something like that, you get it. Like for me, doing jujitsu, facing, round after round, different type of opponent. Some are skinny and super fast and agile. Some are long and lanky. Some are stocky, short and stocky. Some are long and stocky, and each one has a different type of game. And you can't necessarily defeat each opponent the same. If you can, that's a hell of a skill in yourself. Shows how good you are. But you got to bring something different to the table. And to see that he can beat each fighter, he can go there with each fighter and beat them. That's amazing. That's amazing. And the strongest hero in existence is his best friend, but at the same time, a little fearful because he can beat him. But yeah, so Batman is amazing, and like with time, he can beat anybody. With time, he can defeat War Thunder. With time, he can beat. Never mind, I'm not saying that. But yeah, with time, he can defeat anybody. And I wonder if it's time for defeating Black Panther. I don't know. We'll talk about that. But the one thing that I just had this realization about Batman, it's hurt my heart. Because like I said, I'm a huge Batman fan. Huge. Never been a big Superman fan. I'm a Batman fan. But if I'm gonna have to be honest, Batman's a problem. He might be the problem to Gotham. Gotham was an issue before him. I get it. You know, his how his parents died in Crime Alley, being killed, shot and killed by Joe Chill. This is why I say Batman's a problem. I feel like Batman is teaching the criminals how to be better criminals. And what I mean by that is he keeps beating them, putting them in jail, beating them, putting them in jail. Bruh, Bruce, they keep getting out. They keep getting out, bro. They can't be held. They can't be contained. Keeping them is like trying to stop Jordan from scoring. Allen Iverson and Kevin Durant, it's impossible. When they ready to get out, they get out. I know he doesn't kill. I know he doesn't kill, but I mean, at what point do you stop? Do you stop it? At what point do you shut it down? He set out to make Gotham a better place, and with his skills and knowledge, he could have done that a long time ago. But I would say 70% of the people that these criminals have killed is on Batman's head because he could have stopped them a long time ago. I get you want, you don't want to kill because what up to your parents, but you put them in prison. But after getting out of prison a couple of times and you realizing that these prisons can't hold them and they're gonna come back, keep doing what they're doing, they're not gonna change. At what point do you shut it down? At what point do you go ahead and sit them down? Perfect. You could have stopped all this, bro. All you're doing is making them better because they're learning how to deceive you. They're learning how to beat you. They're becoming a better and better criminal. You can't keep doing it. Someone's gonna get you. Joker is demented ass. You got someone as intelligent as Riddler. Like you got all these criminals. Bane in a realistic world. I know this kind of, but in a realistic world, that man be dead by now because they just figured him out. And poor Nightwing, Robin Nightwing, because he took over the mantle. And if he don't kill him, he's dead on the part of the second, third go round. He's gone. They're gonna get him out of there. If they figured out Pops, they're gonna figure out the son. Why do we keep him around? Get him up out of there. Get him up out of there. They ain't changing. You could have stopped organized crime by now. You could have stopped all those costume characters. You could have stopped it all. You could be chilling, or you could be in another city making that city better. But you keep putting them in jail, and they keep coming back. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just think that you're making them better, and it's kind of your fault. That hurts me to say because I am a huge Batman fan. I love Batman. That's got to do something different. Got to shut these fools down because they're getting out like it's nothing. They don't even care if you block the bats. They know they're coming out. They already thinking about the next crime. They already thinking about the next crime. They're like, okay, he got me. He put me down. Okay, I get out in a year or two. Give me enough time to plan this next heist. I'm coming. I don't know. But yeah, that's my issue with Batman. That's my issue. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about that. But the cigar is cool smoke. I like to feel it in my hand. I'm not a big Robusto fan or small cigar. There's some small cigars I really like, but Toro and bigger. I kind of like the way it feels in my hand. I'm not a cigarette person, and I feel like Brooks don't smoke a cigarette. I know they're bigger than a cigarette, but I just not a big fan. I will smoke some. There are some that I enjoy, but that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I like this. I'm sitting here trying to piece out the notes and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not that good. I'm not going to act like I am. But this is me learning, trying to get there. Anybody got any tips? Please let me know. And if I said something that you disagree with, when it comes to cigars, don't hurt me, teach me. Put it in the comments like, hey, man, I think you erred on what you said right here. This is the real answer. I'll look into it. If you're right, I'll be like, man, you're right. Thank you for making me a better cigar smoker. Appreciate you. I ain't tripping. But yeah, so this is pretty good. Like I said, I'm going to be going to the second, third, take that money right there. Looking forward to it. So, all right, I'm going to sit back, smoke some more, get to know this cigar a little bit more. Be right back in a minute. All right. Getting much flavor. I get something. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I'm enjoying smoking it. It's like it's the ritual of it. And but I don't know, just the taste. I don't know. I will get it again to try it again. I can try it again. I always try everything at least twice. And if it's better the second time, I try it again to see maybe I kind of bad one first time. I've had some cigars where I smoked it, I didn't like it, and tried it again just to make sure, and I loved it. And then I was like, I'm trying to, I loved it. I'm like, I'm just kind of bad. I've also tried something I loved it, didn't like it, and loved it again, right? So I always say try it a couple times first. And I've had some cigars where I had to learn, because I didn't know this at first, right? I had to learn that the different sizes gives you something different, you know. So there are some cigars that I like at a Toro size, love it at a Toro size, and didn't like it at a Robusto. And then there are some cigars that I love at a bigger size, a quarter, some may call it a magnum, whatever. Like the Trinidad Series 2, I love that at a magnum size. I've had it at Toro, didn't really care for it too much, but I got it at a magnum. I was like, okay, this is my size. The Cohiba Blue, I tried it at all sizes, and the biggest size is the one I like the most. I enjoyed it the most. Like, yeah, enjoyed it the most. Didn't like it at Robusto, didn't like it at Toro. Excuse me. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm enjoying smoking it. I don't know how it's. I don't know if I'm the only person who feels that way. It's like I'm enjoying the act of because some cigars I didn't like it and I didn't feel good smoking. You know what I'm saying? I was just like it. But I guess I'm starting to taste some couple things like little nuts. The retro hill always gives me something. Um, but yeah, not as much. It's like I enjoy the dry smoke more than the actual cigar right now. But it could be the pairing. Could be that. Could be the humidity. I don't know. That's the thing about cigars that we have to kind of understand. Like there's a lot that goes to it, and it takes time to, I guess, understand uh, cigars. Really, I know, and I also came across. I'm not sure this. I also came across that times you can have cigars at a certain humidity, and it might not be good for that cigar. That's one of the reasons why I can't wait to go to like PCA and stuff like that, so I can kind of talk to the makers and the reps, stuff like that, and ask them what humidity should I keep this cigar on, which is kind of gonna be a little difficult for me because I don't know. Maybe some of these old heads who's been smoking cigars for a while, maybe you can leave something in the comments or something like that. Maybe we can do something where you can come on and we can discuss it. You can help me out with my knowledge and help the newbies out with their knowledge of cigars on how to store their cigars. Because if you have a couple cigars, they say the best is at 65, and then you have some cigars that the best is 69. But you only got one humidor. Like, how does that work? Do you keep it in baggies and put your bowler packs or whatever you want to use at different humidity levels? Like, I think that's a great question. I would love someone to answer for me because I do not have that answer, and I would really love that answer. But that also keeps me involved with cigars because it's like, say, you smoke a cigar you didn't necessarily like, and you say, no, you can smoke that. Let that sit for about a couple of weeks at 69, and then try it again. And then it makes me want to go back and try some more stuff. But it's enjoyable. Also, it's best to not do nothing when you smoke a cigar. Sometimes I've had some cigars where I had the best experience when I was just sitting in my backyard, just smoking, and I really enjoyed it. And then I was having conversations, and I didn't, maybe I missed something, So I don't know. That's just my experience and my long year and some months smoking cigars, but this is what I'm going through right now. But I do definitely enjoy smoking Howard G cigars. Like I said, I really enjoy those. When I first heard about him, who he was, and I went, and went looking for him at one of our local lounges, and they had them, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. But back to my discussion, I did a whole show on comic books, Batman and Black Panther. So who do I prefer more? And I might have to say Black Panther because for one reason and one reason only. Black Panther gets you out of there. He'll get you out of there. He'll kill you. He'll take you out. And that's the best way to eliminate the threat to your nation, right? So they don't keep coming back. Go ahead, take them out. You got to worry about them no more. So that's why I mean, it's the meaning part to see that kind of, but that's why I like Black Panther a little more than Batman. If Batman was regrettingly lethal, you might have a different story right now. Maybe have a different story. Like, I'm not saying, just go kill people, but you know, a repeat offender. These guys are habitual line stealers. You got to deal with a habitual line stealer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I say I like Black Panther. I like Black Panther. but I'm never gonna get on Batman. One of the greatest detectives ever. I like that. Can you imagine if they had a crossover, Marvel DC crossover with Batman and Black Panther fighting each other, and then they teamed up to take down the comic book will be more on them fighting each other because once they teamed up to take down a building, it's over. It's over in the page. That'd be a crazy scheme. That'd probably be a team of villains, something for it to be any type of competition. But yeah, that would be tight. That'd be tight. Call it the Black Eyes, but that'd be tight. That'd be tight right there. But anyway, that's my take on those two guys. Really, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I put some little thought into it, but this is my thoughts and my views. Had to tell my wife that, and she was like, "Oh, okay, okay, okay." Yeah, I got action figures. I got like Batman action figures, Lightning, and Black Panther, and so I'm looking for I have it's the 8-inch joints. I have to break it down next time. 8-inch joints for Nightwing and Batman. I got one for Black Panther. I'm looking for one for Wolverine. That's my other guy. And John Stewart Green Lantern. I think he's the greatest Green Lantern. I won't get me started. I mean, I do that on the show. That's my guy. That's my guy. But I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to talk about many different things. This is not just a sports show, comic book show, worldview show. It's just whatever's on my mind and how I feel. It's been what I think is like funny and cool to discuss. And just what I want to discuss, sit back and enjoy my cigar, talk to my people. I just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Have fun and enjoy my cigar and stuff like that. This is pretty tight. I'm looking at my cigar as I'm smoking it, and I'm seeing the fire line go around the cigar and burn it all at the same level. And it's just cool to see how fire just creeps. It's like I don't know if you've seen that movie 13th Warrior when they said that the fire alarm. It's like I'm looking at the fire alarm go around my cigar. Hopefully it gives nobody out. 13 is pretty, you know what I mean? Check it out again. Check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. And I'm going to finish smoking this and chillax and relax and stuff like that. Um, yeah. Just let me know how y'all feel about what I said. Do you disagree or agree with whatever? But my rating for this cigar, like I said, I'm not versed like everyone else. I don't have the system. The taste, it was cool. It was all right. It had its moments. It had its moments. But it makes me chill, makes me relax, makes me, like enjoy smoking a cigar. I'm not super excited or happy, but I'm cool. I'm enjoying the sit back and smoking and talking to my people. So I guess I mean I don't know if I want to call it enjoyable. I'm like, it's a cool cigar smoke. It's a cool cigar smoke. I wouldn't mind when I go back to the lounge smoking another one, just sitting off in the cut, smoking another one, and checking the smoking straight from there. From there, the humidity maybe it might be a little different from mine, and then seeing what I get from that. So hope you guys learn something. Hope I will learn something soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the convo. Um, like I say, anything else you want to discuss, talk about, let me know. Good topic. I might go ahead and get my 2 cents on. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. And yeah, put some smoke in there. That's that smoke signal right there.